Welcome to the stage, publisher of digital beauty platform Miranda, Susanna Shavush.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Modem. I would say this is the most fashionable stage of the Web Summit. I think you agree. It is also the stage where beauty and technology come together. So, as said, my name is Susanna Chaves, publisher of an amazing beauty platform called Miranda by Sapo. Earlier today, we had the opportunity to hear from some incredible speakers like Daniel Grieder, the CEO of Tommy Hilfiger, Nadia Swarovski, and brands like La Moda, Stitch X, and Stock X. But this afternoon will be just as exciting, with model whisperer Stephen Galloway and Rachel Waller of Burberry coming in soon. But let's begin with a very important issue for the industry: social media influencers and the weight that their opinions carry on the consumer. So brands from Louis Vuitton to Topshop have evolved to step into that space. But which is more important online, the clothing or the influencer wearing it? We'd like to ask your help now by answering a poll. If you can open your Web Summit apps and help us answer this poll, which is called, are your purchasing decisions influenced by brand ambassadors? So while you answer that, I'm going to introduce our next speaker. She has 1.4 million followers on Instagram alone, and she'll be in a conversation with Elle Portugal's Sandra Gato. Please welcome Charlotte McKinney, model and actress, to the stage.
Hello? Oh, there we go. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for being in this rainy Lisbon afternoon joining us
Yeah.
to speak about the new face of brand ambassadors. Before talking about the new faces, I would like you to tell me what's your opinion about what is a brand ambassador nowadays.
A brand ambassador nowadays. I think it's someone who can promote a brand that fits their brand, and they can show up to events, post about it on social media, and be the face of something and talk for it.
Yeah. Be it a fashion brand, a beauty brand, whatever kind of product, you
Yeah.
have to sell it with the same kind of seriousness
Yeah.
and respect for the brand.
Yeah.
Besides brand ambassadors, there's the digital influencers. Do you think sometimes they do the same kind of job, or completely different, or in some points they touch each other?
Yeah, it's tricky because, you have talent who does, whether it's a modeling job or acting, and then you have influencers. So it's difficult to figure out the two of, the balance between them both.
But for you, nowadays, what influences people the most? Because some years ago we had the print campaigns
Yeah.
and the broadcast campaigns,
Yeah.
but now we have all this new world, and it changed the scenario. For the better, it's a bit vicious sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm old school. I love
Yes,
a
me too.
print campaign, like we were saying. I
Yeah,
love
we're talking about that,
magazines.
yes.
And I love the actual campaign or seeing something on TV, and now you're just going through Instagram and you see an ad or stuff like that. So it kind of takes the authentic part of a campaign or a job, and I love those print or commercial ads. But thinking about it, how many eyes are on this? That's why all these influencers, there's influencers with more of a following than me getting jobs bigger than mine,
Yes,
just
yeah.
because of their following. And I find even going on auditions for acting and trying to book a film, they're asking you your following. They'll book talent based on a following over their talent sometimes, which is crazy. So there's that part that, I don't love about it, you know?
So you're saying that sometimes views or followers
Yeah.
speak louder than talents.
It does, and it's different now with everything. Some of these girls have such following, and then the other models don't get a chance to even try. Back in the day, it's about finding new talent and this and that. So I think we lose a lot of that. So yeah.
You did the Guess campaign. You were one of the famous ones that you did, besides
Yeah.
others. That was a classic campaign, right? You did the photos, all the classic way.
Yeah, the way how any job's done, or
Yeah.
a billboard you see
As a
or
model,
something,
yes.
as a model.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
But also you have a lot of followers in Instagram, so you have
Yeah.
you are in both worlds.
yeah. But even for me, I feel like I don't even have nearly as many followers as some of these other, influencers or models. It's so many big numbers. You kind of feel like you have to keep up. And it's tough because I don't share too much on Instagram, and I'm trying to get better at it. But it's definitely something you constantly having to be doing to get these brands, these campaigns. And it's kind of a bummer sometimes because you want to just get the job because of you, not your Instagram. But that's the game now. So
But how do you balance it? The use of the Instagram, of the social media, as a part of your job, as a part of getting a job or getting new contracts, so
yeah, I think
without exposing yourself too much.
Yeah,
in a personal way.
exactly. With me, I keep my personal life very, very closed
Private.
door,
Yeah.
private. Like my family, my relationships, I try to keep that very distant. And then, with jobs, I show other work I've done, photo shoots, things like this. Share more of the work side, helps get other work. Work gets work. So, yeah.
How about the impact? When you do talking about the brands now, when you do a campaign for print or for TV, most immediately the numbers, who watched it, who bought the magazine. How do you think we should evaluate or know how people acknowledge this in the social media? It's much difficult, no?
Yeah. So how many?
It's different to evaluate the print and broadcast campaigns as how people see it, how many people saw it.
Yeah.
To see how they buy.
Exactly. I mean, you can have millions and millions of followers and you're trying to sell a product. That's great, but sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't reach, or your demographics off, I definitely have a big male audience. So when I'm trying to sell something, I try and market it as unisex. Both people can buy it. But yeah, it's definitely difficult. You want to see the numbers. Just because you have a big following doesn't mean you're going to sell that much product. It doesn't mean everyone's going to like it. So, I feel like a lot of these brands or people sometimes put a ton of money into something, and then, so you just want to be careful, watch the demographic and the numbers, and keep a close eye on that. Yeah.
Because as you know, lots of brands are transferring their investment from those classical campaigns to the more digital people, influencers or stars or whatever. And how should they choose? As a brand, how do you see? Now, I'm going to use a model, a professional model for this and doing a classic campaign, or shall I use this influencer? How do you think they should choose? Analyze the market and choose.
I think they should choose it as what fits their brand. If that influencer fits that brand and it's natural to her, perfect. If it fits me as the model and an actress and it fits what I do in my day-to-day life, I think it's just being authentic to the brand and it being an organic, thing. I wouldn't work for something that doesn't fit my brand. It's just keeping it on brand. But I think it definitely gets lost in there between influencers and talent, for sure.
And should the people models or influencers or ambassadors in general specialize in one field, like, okay, your organic beauty, you should not do mainstream beauty, or your high fashion, you should not do street fashion. Do you think they should specialize, or is it possible to do it all?
I feel like
And
now,
keep the credibility, you know?
right? Well, I feel like now there's no limits.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be like, I'm only going to do this. I'm only going to post this, or I'm only going to work with these people. I'm not going to do that. Now it's everyone's doing everything. I mean, you see even famous actors doing crazy ads or something like that. There's nothing, there's no rules
Limits,
now.
yeah.
There's no limits, which, you know, again, I like it, but, you know, there has to be some sort of limit or, you know.
Criteria.
Exactly. But yeah, everyone's doing it. So it's like, okay, I can't sit here and be like, no, I'm not going to do it. You kind of have to just follow along, I guess, you know, so.
And how do you choose the jobs that you accept as a brand ambassador? How do you choose them? Of course, you have a team of people working with you, but do you have like things you want to for sure that you say, that kind of stuff I won't never represent because they're not my values, or?
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest thing with picking a brand or anything to work with, it has to be authentic and organic to me. If I'm posting about something, I want to love it. I want to be able to wear it. I want to be able to eat it if it's food. I live a very organic and natural, healthy lifestyle. So I wouldn't want to promote something that was unhealthy, or I wouldn't wear it, or I didn't feel comfortable in it. So, and you can tell when someone's doing something at the end of the day.
If it's real.
If you can tell when it's real, you can tell when someone's enthused. And I've definitely done those jobs that, you know, didn't fit me. And you can tell. You can read people's. You can just tell.
Yeah.
So I try and keep it authentic and organic.
Yeah. And choosing the right ones for your own personality and
making
values.
it your own.
Yeah.
And that way the consumer sees it as, oh, that works for her, and she really likes this, and it works.
That's. Do you think that's how it works? People feel influenced by brand ambassadors because they believe in them. They believe that, okay, it's a job. She's a model or she's an influencer. It's a job, but yeah, she must believe in it. To sell it, she must believe in it. Do you think that's why it works for people, that they believe in brand ambassadors completely?
Yeah, I think if you believe in anything, whether it's a brand or a makeup, if you believe in it, it shows, and you can just tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way of lying there because it's the image that comes out.
I mean, there's some good liars out there, but.
And nowadays, people are more, they relate more to real people. Do you agree with that? There's a trend of the real people instead of models or very beautiful people in brands. You can see it on TV, you can see it in the magazines, you can see it on Instagram. Do you agree with that, or you think it's just a phase?
With
real people.
Real people. I personally think it's great. I love seeing, you know, whether it's a deodorant ad or it's a real person using the product. I think it can translate more to younger girls. Not everyone is a perfect size or model or person. So, you know, with brands who use real women, I think it hits people more than just seeing the ideal, perfect, skinny, beautiful model, as opposed to, oh, that girl uses that, I'll use that. We look, you know.
Yeah.
I think finally there's more diversity in the industry now than
It makes
there
me
ever
more
was.
believable, right?
Yeah, for sure. It makes it, more organic, more believable.
And more close to real people.
Yeah.
To everyday life.
Yeah, I agree. It's nice.
Okay. Have you ever regretted representing a brand? If you can tell.
Right? I can't think of a brand off the top of my head that I regret, but definitely there's so many, you know, I regret a lot of things I've represented throughout the years, but I use that as a learning experience. I take it for what it is, turn it into my own, and, you know, use it for in future, you know, business opportunities. Oh, that didn't work. This works. So
It's learning.
Yeah,
Learning.
mistakes are learning experiences, so it helps.
Yeah, on the other side, is there like a dream brand, a dream job that you would love to represent?
For me,
Without saying the brand, if you don't
yeah,
want to.
for me, a dream job or brand is just, I haven't done much in the beauty world. And I feel like I have a lot of experience with makeup and skincare, and I love skincare and makeup. And I feel like people, maybe because I don't show it on my Instagram, people don't know my passion for that. They always want to see lingerie or bathing suits or sexy, and I really would love to do even a fragrance or something.
Okay.
So yeah.
More beauty and
Yeah,
fragrance.
more,
And not,
more on the female side, not so, sexy all the time. It's tough
Yeah.
because you get put in a category, and it's hard to pitch that to
Yeah.
the client when they just see you in one way. So
you
it's
feel
hard.
that. You feel that people like
Oh, yeah.
put you in a box.
Oh, of
The
course.
sexy model, the skinny
Yeah.
model,
Yeah, everyone gets put into a box at the end of
Yeah.
the day. We all do, but it's hard even transitioning to acting and being taken more serious. They see me from, my Carl's Jr. commercial or the Guess ads. So it's hard to strip it all down and get away from that. So it's definitely slowly happening, but I think it's just finding the right brand campaign to kind of have, oh, I didn't think of her for that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But the part of acting for you now is more. Where do you see your future? In a few years or few months, more modeling less
Yeah.
and acting more, or are you going to try and balance both for the next few years?
Well, at a really young age, I realized modeling isn't a longevity career that ends really soon. There's a new girl every
Yeah.
week who's hotter, taller, better looking than you. So you have to have something else, or, it's just an empty kind of thing. So for me, I wanted to get into entertainment and acting to have. So if I can model and act, that's amazing. If I can do more acting, that's amazing. I take kind of whatever comes my way. So yeah.
Are you working on a film now?
Lots of auditions.
Planning on?
Yes. a lot of auditions, a lot of working with my coach. It's not easy. Like I said, breaking that mold of just being a model, is tough. So
Working on it.
yeah. Lots of work.
Going back to the brand ambassador theme, what do you think a brand ambassador can never do or can never be for a brand, of course, because it's a job.
At the end of the day, it's a job, and
Yeah.
that's being professional. I think you never want to be talking bad about it
Sure.
or getting caught talking bad about it. You never want to be wearing the other person's clothes if you're promoting their clothes or doing something else. I think at the end of the day, just staying on brand, which is hard. If you are promoting a shoe and you wear another shoe brand, it's tricky. But I think it's staying
Yeah.
true to that brand.
Yeah, but that's a job that the model or the influencer and the team have to do, to choose. If you're representing some shoes, you cannot
Exactly.
represent another one completely
And
different in
that's
style.
That's another way why you'll find when it's not authentic. You'll see them in day-to-day life or something not representing that
Yeah.
brand. So you want it. You want to like it.
Yes. What is the most difficult thing you feel you had to do to represent a brand?
Most difficult thing.
Something you didn't agree with, or
Yeah.
made you feel uncomfortable?
Maybe sometimes they ask for like a ton of posts. They want tons of posts, and sometimes
Okay.
that's not organic. 1 or 2 is good, but sometimes in contracts there will be like 6 posts in a month, and I'm like, okay,
It's
that's
too much.
a lot, and it's
Yeah.
too pushy. You
Yeah.
don't want to oversell something. So there's a fine line between posting and doing press for something,
Yeah. For now, the mission of a brand ambassador, I think it's based on 3 things. In my opinion, I'm going to ask you if you agree. Create awareness to the brand,
Yeah.
bring coolness to it,
Yeah.
and validate the consumer's choice. Like if she's wearing it, it's probably good.
Yeah.
So do you agree? Do you think it's all of those?
I think so.
The three of them together?
I think so. I think all those topics are important and fit anything you would want with a brand and a brand ambassador.
Okay. So we're just finishing our talk.
10,
So do you
9.
really think the question that people answer? Do you think brand ambassadors sell products that people still believe in them, no matter what the platform is, if it's digital or print?
I think so. At the end of the day, I think, you know, whether it's a celebrity and a musician, they sell the product. We want to wear something that, you know, someone's promoting. So yeah,
you want to identify with someone.
Totally. Yeah, even at a young age, you would, you know, buy something because someone was wearing something. So I think it still lives on.
Yeah, so it will be still, we'll have brand ambassadors with us for a long time.
I don't think we're going anywhere.
No matter what's the platform.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone who came out.